Hello YouTube, Chrome Freak here. One thing I love besides firearms is reading. Reading has always been a passion of mine for as long as I can remember. I remember being in school, most kids hated reading. For some reason I always enjoyed it, I always loved it. It's a shame I didn't take that further in life, but it's just something I've always read, and it's kind of funny. You'll look at my bookshelf over there, and I've got everything from Edgar Allan Poe, Shakespeare, right on down to Jimmy Buffett. And my reading interests are quite unique probably, but I just love reading, I really do. And I love old English reading too. That to me is a beautiful language. But anyway, this is a book, a guy I work with, great guy. His name's John. I won't go no further than that. I work with him. For Christmas, me and him are two guys on the job site that are rabid firearm enthusiasts, and this guy is a walking encyclopedia on foreign American firearms too, but especially Russian-made firearms. He has forgot more about Russian firearms than I'll ever know. The guy is just an amazing friend to have, and it's great to have somebody like that you're able to go to also and ask certain questions, and he can just spit the answer out so quick it'll make your head spin. And one of the reasons why is because he's also a bookworm. He loves reading, and he got into the Russian firearms years ago. He's a collector. He's got quite a great collection of firearms. I wish my let's say foreign firearms were as vast as his. Amazing. Anyway, this book right here called AK47, The Grim Reaper by Frank, and I hope I'm not going to slaughter his name, Ianamico, is the best book I have ever in my life opened about AK-47s or any of the AK variants. This book is so vast. It covers not only the beginning with Kalashnikov, Mikhail Kalashnikov, which, by the way, I think is pretty neat. I share a couple of things in common with Kalashnikov. In Russian, Mikhail is Michael. That's my name. But we also share the same birthday, November 10th, which also happens to be the birthday of the United States Marine Corps. And I thought that was pretty cool. This book is just so full of facts, and it goes over the life of Kalashnikov, what was in his mind as he was inventing and creating the AK, right on up to every AK ever made is in this book. And when I say ever made, I mean even the American variants. This thing is just so packed with knowledge of the AK. There's not a question that you could have about the AK or any AK variant that is not covered in this book. It's very extensive. Like I said, he gave me this as a gift for Christmas, and it literally took me about 4 days because I could not set the book down, and I read it. And I've been meaning to do a video on it ever since. Guys, if you at all, even just a little bit like the AK-47 or AK-74 or any of the variants, you would love this book, and it would be a great addition to your library, and I highly recommend it. There's facts in here that I didn't know. I thought the first AKs, when Kalashnikov invented them, I really believed that they were milled receivers, and that for cost effectiveness and for steel and ease and all that they went to stamped receivers. I was wrong. Kalashnikov invented the AK-47 to be a stamped receiver. At that time, when they were heat treating the guns, they had a problem with warping going on and went with a milled receiver. But when he invented this gun on paper before the first one was ever made, it was with being a stamped receiver in mind. So it's just little facts like that. And this thing covers, like I said, every AK variant that is known to man. Even the American-made ones are in here. And, when we first started, this country first started importing AKs back in the early 80s, all the way up until the present time, right now, this book is new. And once again, I can't push it enough. If you love AKs, I know you'll be as excited as I was when you crack open this book and start reading it. You will not be able to put it down. I mean, and it's just a lot of pictures, of every type of AK that, like I said, is known to man, literally. It even gets into the CO2 AKs that are made in London, in England, I'm sorry. And it's just amazing. Once again, I'm not going to do a lot of book reviews, and I'm not even going to get into this one in depth. All I want you guys to do is, if you got the money and you love AKs, right here, the Grim Reaper, Frank Ianamico. Please go out and buy it. Real quick, I want to thank Harry Ruger 6. Guys, he sent me this. It's a $1 million bill, the right to bear arms, the anniversary of the 1911. It's got the 1911 on the front. It's just a really cool bill. This is going to go on top of my gun safe or in there on my gun table. And I just thought it was really cool. And thank you, Harry. I really do appreciate it. And something's going to be heading your way here soon, my friend. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please, I love the comments, the questions, the PMs. I'm a little bit behind. I will catch up. I know some of you guys have asked me certain questions. They're coming. My next video that I'm going to make, literally right after I put this down, I probably will not post it till tomorrow night. We're going to take the trigger group down here on the M1 carbine, replace the springs, and I'm going to do the same thing with the bolt. This bolt is it's a little bit of a chore to take this bolt down. It's one of the harder bolts that I know of to take apart. They do make a tool that makes it really easy to do. However, no, you know me. I'm going to do it the hard way. I'm going to do it right here at this table, not in there on the vise at the gun bench. So we're going to do that tomorrow and have these posted tomorrow night. And that's about it, guys. Once again, if you love AKs, you will not be disappointed with this book. Go out and get you one. Good night, YouTube. Thank you.